In this video, we need to use the laws of exponents to simplify this, and we need to express it in positive exponents. So if you get a negative exponent, you're going to have to rewrite it as a fraction, flip it, change the sign. Since there are a lot of variables and a lot of numbers to deal with, when you're given one of these problems, make sure you rewrite the problem. You're going to rewrite the problem so that as you combine things together, you can mark it out and you won't get confused with some of these numbers. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down each variable, and I'm going to write down the exponents and add those together so I can clearly see what numbers go together. So I'm going to start with x. The exponent on this x right here is 2. Once I write that down, I'm going to mark through that one and go to my next x. The exponent on this x is negative 5, minus 5. I mark through that x. Go to my next x. I can't see an exponent on this x. That means there's an exponent of 1. And I mark through that x. Now I add all these together and I'll get my exponent on my x. 2 minus 5 is negative 3, and negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. The x should have an exponent of negative 2. Then I'm going to go to my y's. I'm going to write down all the exponents on the y's. The exponent on this y is negative 1. Mark through it. The exponent on this y is 0, plus 0. Mark through that one. The exponent on this y is negative 1. Negative 1, let me make sure I mark through that one. Negative 1 plus 0 is negative 1, and negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. The exponent on that y is also negative 2. Now I need to find the exponent on this z. Exponent right here is negative 4. Mark through that one. Exponent right here, I can't see it, so it has an exponent of 1 plus 1. The exponent on this z is negative 3. Start adding these together. Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3, and negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. The exponent on this z should be negative 6. So x to the negative second, y to the negative second, and z to the negative 6. All these have negative exponents. I rewrite this as a fraction. When I flip this, the 1 is going to go on the top. It's going to be x to the second, y to the second, z to the 6. Example. Simplify. Express your answer using positive exponents. First thing I need to do is rewrite the problem so that I can mark through things as I combine them together. Once I've got it rewritten, I need to find the exponent on each one of these letters. I'm going to write it down and then write down the exponent on each one of them, combine it together. Since I'm multiplying, I need to add all these together. Exponent on this s, since I can't see it, it's going to be 1. I'll mark through that s. Go to the next s, negative 1 on this one. The next s, a negative 9 on this one. 1 minus 1 is 0, and 0 minus 9 is negative 9. The s should have an exponent of negative 9. Go to my next letter, t. Exponent on this t is 5. Exponent on this t, negative 1. Exponent on this t, positive 7. 5 minus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 7 is 11. The exponent on this t is 11. Next letter is u. Exponent on this u, since I can't see it, there's a 1 right there. Mark through it once I write it down. Exponent on this u, negative 5. Mark through that one. exponent on this u is negative 4. Mark through that one. Need to mark through my t right there. 1 minus 5 is negative 4, and negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. The exponent on this u should be negative 8. The last one is v. Exponent on this v is 0. Mark through that one. Exponent on this v, negative 2. Mark through that one. Exponent on that v, positive 1. 0 minus 2 is negative 2, and negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. The exponent on that v is negative 1. S to the negative 9th, t to the 11th, u to the negative 8, v to the negative 1. All these have negative exponents except this t. It's got a positive 11. So only the ones that have negative exponents need to be flipped, need to be moved to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a division bar, and I'm going to start moving the ones that need to be moved to the bottom, like this. This has a negative exponent. It needs to be moved to the bottom, and the exponent changed to a positive. This t has an exponent of positive 11. It stays right there. This u has an exponent of negative 8. It needs to be moved to the bottom. U to the 8th. This has a negative exponent. It needs to be moved to the bottom, and the sign changed. Notice I didn't write a 1 there. I don't have to write 1's exponents of 1. So let me clean this up. This stayed in the top, t to the 11th. This s got moved to the bottom, s to the 9th, u to the 8th, v.